Kentucky. Week 6, Coach. Man, we are steaming through this season.
We are. Have no fear. Big things. Kentucky is here. I'm Coach View. My man, Coach TB on assignment. Coach Truck, what's good, sir?
All right, Coach, now, week 5. You went 10-2. I went 11-1. I gained the game. That was only because you wouldn't put no respect on our name. You wouldn't pick them Cardinals, Coach.
Coach, man, all I'm saying is, when I go, Scott Cat is 4-0, Coach, and every time I picked against them 3 times, and all 3 times they won, Coach. So hey, maybe
you motivation.
Luck charm, motivation. Yeah, Coach. I'm pretty sure Coach
pull one out of my book.
Book
you gonna pull one out of my playbook.
So one out of your playbook, Coach. I'm still one out of your playbook. Man, my Eagles, man, Lord, we hurting bad. Injuries is killing us.
Yeah.
We are hurting bad. A big loss to Leslie Catholic. Tough loss. Them are 2. I don't think they got beaten a total of that many points in the last 4 years. So it's been tough to buy it. So it's been tough, man. But, hopefully they'll get Cutter back, get this offense back together, and get a few missing pieces they need back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Your defenders got their first win. I say our defenders because we winning.
My defenders. But shout out to the Keyshawn Duffy for Taste Creek. I think he had about 8 catches, 193 yards, a spectacular touchdown catch. Over 2 great defenders for Bryan Station. JT Haskins and Damon Green took it to the house. Shout out to Taste Creek. Coach, they got a few bright spots. Somebody said they was in the game all the way to the end, and it just kind of imploded themselves. But shout out to Chase Creek, and then, of course, my defenders, baby. Defender Kingdom.
All right, Coach. Well, here we go. Week 6, Coach. All right, Coach. Up first, we got the 0-5 Lafayette Generals taking on your 1-3 Bryan Station Defenders. Coach, man. Coach Lawson, man, I mean, kudos for taking the position. But, man, it's been tough. And it ain't getting too much easier for real.
Man, shout out to Pharrell Thurman, receiver for them. He's got 13 catches on the year, 193 yards, a touchdown. Quarterback Matt King, but that's about it, Coach. Man, it's tough over there right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, Coach Lawson is doing his best he can. He's on the boat sinking. He's keep bailing water, but he keeps hanging on there. And it doesn't get any better for him. Give me my defenders. Coach, I'm gonna go with your route. Give me the RC running clock.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even argue with you on that one, Coach. You see I'm representing. Let's go defenders, baby. Coach Hawkins, Damon Green, you always say I pick against you, baby, but I'm riding with y'all, man.
Oh, well, this is a tough one. Yeah, you really got it tough. Big picking against me this time, huh? For Lafayette, you gonna take that one? You gonna take this one?
Look, man.
Sickening, dog. Sickening.
Up next, we got 1-4 Madison Southern in district play, taking on 3-1 Collins, Martha Lane Collins. Now, this game I like because in a peripheral view, we get to see a Mr. Football candidate in Kenyon Gooden. And this kid, man, we watched him grow. He has been putting up numbers for Collins for the last few years because he's in our district. So we see him play. But, man, this kid's been lighting it up, Coach. He's got about 900 yards passing, almost 450 yards rushing, 20 touchdowns, and he played defense, Coach.
The man's second in tackles with 21 tackles on defense. Hey, Coach, this man does everything but sell tickets in the beginning of the game because they all going online now. But this young man is special. I'm going Collins, Coach. Collins
big, man. Coach Payne is doing what he can right now at Madison Southern. And Madison Southern usually gives them a tough game. But I think right now, Coach is it's all about getting that culture together. So if you can check that one out, make sure to check out this Mr. Football candidate in Kenyon Goodwin.
Yes, sir. He is special, Coach. He is definitely special.
Now, coach, up next, yo. Well, okay.
Yeah. You gonna say up next is my GRC Cardinals taking on Campbell County, right?
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm
My
saying?
GR,
We
my
traveling. We
just
going
taking
up
on Campbell
north.
County.
We
Going up
going up
north.
north.
Yeah.
Taking
No.
on a northern
You
team.
jump ship. I got a call the other day from Justin Tall, and some other people said they don't want you on board anymore. You did this whole. They ain't seen you since 2020, 2019. They say you disappeared. Change your number. You don't call. Where's your GRC shirt at? You ain't know where it's at.
Coach, I was hanging out with the basketball team.
Ah, man, you sick.
I was kicking it with the basketball team, and just kind of I've been there, but I just been hanging out with the basketball team.
So you over there with the pretty boys? Leave us.
Yeah.
Alone.
Now we 4-0, looking for 5-0. Campbell County's 2-3. Coach Bryce Chestnut is doing this thing on defense. He's gonna need a big game. Tyler Maxwell has added into this running game now. You know what I'm saying? So now we got 3 horses. You know what I'm saying? Coach, man, I think GRC, we going 5-0 this week, Coach.
Campbell County is more of a ground and pound team, looks like, Coach. Yeah. But Nathan Smith leads them in passing 460 yards, 1 touchdown. They got a host of guys over 200 yards. You got Joseph Amato, 294, and Nathan Smith, 285. Nathan Smith, 5 touchdowns. So it'll be a ground and pound game. We'll see a lot of running, I think. And I think it might even be a high scoring game, Coach. But I'll take my GRC Cardinals for the win. What you got?
I'm right there with you. We going 5-0, Coach. All right, Coach. Up next, we got 3-1 Sayre taking on 3-1 Harlan. We seen Harlan earlier at the beginning of the season take on Berea. They got a nice win there. Coach, man, you got any thoughts on this one?
Coach, the Green Dragons, led by Coach Eric Perry, 3-1, as you said, had a tough loss last week to Middlesboro. They currently led in rushing by Jaden Ward. He's got 57 rushing attempts, 440 yards, and 7 touchdowns, Coach. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't think he's got enough. Give me Sayre, Coach.
Yes, sir. Luke Pennington and Charlie Schlaball and Brock Kaufman have been potent. But I like Travis Smith to get things going for the ground game for my Spartans. Let's go Spartans, Coach.
All right, Coach. Up next, we got Berea taking on Jackson County, Coach. What you like in this game?
Man, Berea's 1-4. Jackson County's 0-5. Jackson County's kind of like one of those independents. They're not really a class right now. 0-5. Let's go Berea. Look for quarterback Jason Colburn and Yamil Cruz, running back Yamil Cruz, to have big games this week. Put up some nice numbers. I like Berea in this one, Coach.
Coach, I'm going to go with you right along chalk. Give me Berea, Coach. Give me Berea.
All right, Coach. Up next, we got 2-3 LCA taking on 2-2 Pikeville. Now, Pikeville Hell Podcast, we want to give a shout out to all our guys there. This starts a 3-week tour of Pikeville on the show. They'll be taking on teams from Big Things County for the next 3 weeks. So Coach McNamee, he loves coming to Big Things County, and we appreciate him coming. Coach, man, I think on the good side of scheduling strong, if you got a good team and you're playing good, it's going to help you. But if you come out like LCA is, where you're banged up, you got a lot of injuries, you got districts the next week, I think you really want to just kind of come out of this one healthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of up and down flip side on that. I'm going Pikeville, though, Coach.
Coach, man, Pikeville, led by Coach Chris McNamee, currently has Blake Birchfield. 469 yards, 467 yards, 8 carries. He's doing his thing, actually 116 yards a game. Pikeville now is struggling too. They 2-2, Coach. They 2-2. Got 2 wins in a row, had 2 losses in a row. Lost to Corbin and covered the Catholic. Coach, it's tough because you don't know how banged up LCA is. I went from home too many times, Coach. Let me go back home. Give me my Eagles. War Eagles.
You sure you won't do that, Coach?
War Eagles. Let me ask you a question now. Now, I know Coach Doug Charles couldn't foresee the injuries and stuff like that. And I feel like he still had a good team no matter what. But are you surprised? Are you thinking he's regretting making his schedule as tough as it has been?
Nah, man. Coach Doug, Coach don't care. Coach like, hey, we want all the smoke, and he's like, as far as I think he sees this as, this is just letting me play younger players, getting them the experience. And like we said, really, honestly, it's about the games from next week on in districts.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
So it's really, I think the biggest thing is just coming out of this one healthy so you can get ready for districts and then get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, because some said in Danville, they have been down the last few years, but I'm pretty sure they chomping at the bit to get at the LSAT. They flagged this down this year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, man, up next, we got 1-4 Paul Lawrence Dunbar and 0-5 Russell. I think one thing, Dunbar offense seems to have come alive last week. They put up some points. Cole Colony is back at quarterback. So I don't know if that's an injury or if that's just, Coach Wes Johnson making that change. But I think he's going to be big for Dunbar.
Man, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like Dunbar's underachieved? Did we not have better expectations for them, especially coming off the Madison Central game? And then another thing, do you feel like maybe Madison Central isn't as good of a gauge of a team as we thought they were?
Well, man, I was doing some research and come to find out that game, Madison Central, the running back got hurt early, Hensley, and actually did miss most of that game and came back and scored the game-winning touchdown. So I think it was more of a case of they weren't playing a full-strength Madison Central team, which kind of led to a false, looking at the score. You were like, Dunbar, okay, maybe they're a little better than we thought. But at the same time, he was breaking in a new quarterback, new offense coordinator, you know what I'm saying? Some things were kind of changing, and it's just getting, that baseline getting set for Dunbar.
Absolutely.
So,
well, to go into Russell, quarterback Ethan Pack, he's got 97 passing attempts, 4 interceptions, 760 yards passing, 2 interceptions. Led on defense by Andre Cruz Richardson. He's got 9 tackles, 6 assisted, 3 solo. Had a pretty decent lead year. Coach, I'm going Dunbar.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dunbar too, Coach. Let's go, dogs. Let's go, baby. I think we get on track. Look for Dunbar to string together a couple of nice wins before, I think they got the next 3 or 4 games are winnable games, and then we'll see.
All right, Coach.
All right, Coach. Now, Coach, this is a big one, Coach. This is a big one.
What you gonna do, Coach? Who you going with? Coach McKee and Coach McPete, your 2 main man crushers are watching this. What you gonna do?
This up next, we got a 5A district tilt. Frederick Douglass
gonna do
at Scott County, Coach. Frederick Douglass, my running clock bandits, undefeated. Scott County undefeated.
4-0. Has played a pretty decent schedule so far. Frederick County, Bryan Station.
Yes.
Yeah. Beat up on Dunbar last week. So
Franklin County got the win.
Franklin County beat Lafayette. Yeah, they ain't played no scrubs so far. They haven't.
Yeah. And Frederick Douglass just doing what we do.
Averaging 50 points a game.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
Coach, man, I think this is the game Scott County climbs that hill. Go back and bring that reference again. Coach McKee's got us ready to roll. We're doing everything we need to do. Look for a big win by them Frederick Douglass Broncos, baby. Let's go Broncos.
Oh, man. So much for being a Scott County. I love Scott County, this and that.
Coach, just this week.
Andrew Hickey leads Scott County with 435 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jacob Fryman, 250 yards and 5 touchdowns. Coach, you pitiful. I mean, you are pitiful. Pitiful. Man, I can't even continue on like this. I can't. It is pitiful. Elijah Adams on defense, 22 tackles, 1 sack. Coach, give me Frederick Douglass running clock.
Are you talking about me? Well, anyway. Now, we got up next, we got one loss, Lexington Catholic, who lost in a 7-6 game to Covington Catholic. At Tates Creek, man. We see some improvement. We starting to see Coach Hawks' imprint coming on this team. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with a lot of injuries. Be sure to check out our interview with their offensive line on our On the Line series. Man, hey, Coach Bethany is doing his thing. I love this coach, man. I love his energy. I love what he's doing. My man Walker the Diesel Hall. Look for him to get warmed up, put up another big numbers. Lexington Catholic, big, Coach.
Are you saying running clock big, or what are you saying?
No, I ain't gonna say running clock. I just think it's gonna, they just, it ain't gonna be a competitive game, honestly.
Shout out to Tates Creek over there doing big things. They finally showing up for them 6 o'clock Thursday practices. That's why they ain't missing so much. Shout out to Andrew Weatherton. He's got 733 yards on 7 touchdowns, averaging 146 yards a game. My guy, Keyshawn Doffett, 19 receptions, 275 yards. Receiving 4 touchdowns. And on defense, Logan Julian, 37 tackles, 6.5 for a loss, 1 sack. I like his Tates Creek defense, Coach. I just don't think they got enough for Catholic. Give me Lexington Catholic, Coach.
Man, I'm looking forward to this Lexington Catholic ball game. If Coach Bethany can figure out something on defense, it might be a better game than people expecting. But, you know,
the dog team, we got a lot of pieces on defense. We just need them to finally show up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the defensive scheme, which I've seen a lot of that defense here lately. You know, kind of like no safety set, and everybody's kind of crowding the line of scrimmage. But hey, it's might be the new phase and things.
I think it's more of a case of, in high school, it's kind of like you got to prove to me you can pass the ball. You know?
Well, everybody got to pass it offense now, so.
Yeah, that's true. Well, now we got our game of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Big things will be in the house. We will be live streaming this game. Coach, East versus West, Coach.
One of the biggest rivalries here lately, Coach. Like East controlled this rivalry for a while. Now it's kind of slipped back over to West's side. Lord Jacob, with Ham. He with Ham.
I think they just scored again, Coach.
Yeah, that young man did his thing. But don't think East ain't coming out ready. Remember 2 years ago, maybe might be 3 years ago, East was rolling in pretty good, running attack was deadly, and I'm getting upset by West. So can the same thing happen to West, who's rolling, playing East?
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I just want you to know, man, I'm finna put the claws back on. One more again, y'all. Let's go East Jasmine in the upset.
Coach, you might not be too far off, but I'm going to go West Jasmine, Coach, with the win.
All right, Coach. Be sure to check that out. We'll be live streaming that game. We will also be doing our pregame show there. So we're going to have a full day at the East Jasmine. Also, today, if you're not doing anything, we will be streaming the middle school game, our middle school game of the week. Edith J. Hayes undefeated, taking on undefeated Leestown. It should be a big game. Could be a preview of the championship game. We don't know yet. Coach Bew, man, anything else?
We'll let them know where that game will be played at, Coach.
It'll be at Lafayette at 6 o'clock, and we will be live streaming the game. All
right. You heard it here first. As always, you have to be a living donor. I'm Coach Bew, my man, Coach T. Man on assignment, Coach Truck.
Hey.